Identify different parts of a circle. So we're going to start a unit on circles. Some jokes. No one likes me. Actually, I like you. Ew, not you. Some people are like slinkies. Not really good for much, but put a smile on your face when you push them down the stairs. Okay, so if you're absent and you're looking for... The word circle comes from the Latin word circulus, which means disc. So we're going to, in this space here, we're going to draw ourselves a circle. And to draw ourselves a circle, we're going to have to draw a line segment to start here. I'm going to pause the video and draw that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a 5 centimeter, that's quite big, maybe a 3 centimeter line segment. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tip of my compass here. I have a compass here, that's what this is. And the tip of my pencil, I'm going to place them on both ends of my line segment. Now I'm just going to swing my circle around, putting a lot of pressure here on this part and loosely handling this part here. Okay, I'm going to make a circle. Okay, there's my circle. That looks pretty good. Alright, now I've got my circle done. I'm going to go ahead and start labeling different parts of my circle here. Okay, so if I look at my checklist here, so let's go ahead and... Okay, so I am going to go through here. You can go ahead. I'm just recording a video for my school. It's my lesson. It's fine. You guys can talk. Okay, so let's start by labeling some different points on our circle here. Taking your ruler, draw a straight line here, and lines have arrows on both ends. So this will be called a tangent here. Okay, so we're going to continue our line segment here from one end of our circle to the other. And this line segment here, put a dot in the middle, is going to be called our diameter. Okay, so the next thing we're going to draw here, from center to rim, is a radius. This is also a radius as well, if you take half of the diameter. All right, the next obvious thing we want to draw here is a secant. And a secant goes through the circle, intersects the circle. It's a secant, but it does not go through the center. The next part we want to label here is an arch. Okay, so the next thing we want to label here is a chord. A chord goes through the circle but does not pass through the center, and it does not intersect the circle. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Okay, what else am I missing here? Okay, so now let's go ahead and fill in the rest of this checklist here. So the next thing we want to do is we want to label a sector. A sector. So this part here is called a sector, and it's a portion defined by 2 radii and an arc. Well, this could be an arc here, and we have 2 radiuses here. So that's a sector. Okay, and that's this whole section here. The next part we want to label, so let's check that off. The next part we want to label is a segment. Is a portion defined by a chord and an arc. That's a segment. Okay, a chord and an arc, so we can say that this is a segment down here. Let's check that off. Okay, draw an arrow to show that a circumference goes all the way around the circle. All the way around. So the outside part, this line here, is our circumference. And that goes all the way around. All right, that's our circumference. The next thing you want to do is we want to label our center. Okay, so let's check that off. And then let's complete the definitions. A line segment that passes through the center and has endpoints on the circumference is called a diameter. A line segment that has both endpoints on the circumference is called a chord. A portion defined by a chord and an arc is called a segment. Remember how we went over that earlier? A line segment that has one endpoint and the center and the other on the circumference, center to rim, is called the radius. A line that touches only one point on the circumference is called a tangent. A portion of the circumference, is called an arc. A portion defined by two radiuses in an arc, is called a sector. And a line that intersects the circumference at 2 points, I should draw an arrow here, is called a secant. Let's go ahead and fill the formulas now. All right, the diameter, and you don't really need a formula for this, but so you know, you just double the radius, 2 times the radius. A circumference is equal to pi d. The area is pi r squared. All right, there we go. We filled in our little parts of a circle thing here, so you're more than welcome to take your colors and color this in fancy if you've got time. Okay, so based off of our notes, let's practice identifying different parts of a circle. So what part of a circle is the following? Well, if you look back at your notes, you can see that it's a diameter. So it's C, diameter. So this one wasn't in our notes, but you might be able to figure out what it is. Is it A, semicircle? Is it B, sector? Is it C, segment? Or is it D, diameter? Well, if you look back at our circle, you can see this is actually half of a circle. And semi means half. So it's A, semicircle. Okay, so what about this one? Well, let's look back at our notes again. Do you see which one it is? Doesn't intersect. It's not going through the center. It's a chord. So C, chord, is the answer. Let's do one more. Actually, I got a couple more here. Take a look at our circle. It's a tangent. Let's do another one. What's the following? Well, if you remember, a portion defined by an arc and a chord is called a segment. You can come in. So a sector is a portion, a line, a portion defined by two radiuses and an arc. You can see that here. So we're looking at a sector here. Yes? You need your notebook? Okay, so let's do one more. So here is a circle, and we're looking at parts of a circle again. Just finishing up this last part here, and I'll pause it. So it is going to be D, arc. Following A, B, C, or D. Let's go through each one here. So a circumference is the distance around the circle. So it can't be a circumference because it's not going around the circle. A chord is a line that goes through the circle on both endpoints but does not cross the center. An arc is a portion of the circumference. But a tangent is a line that goes through and touches just the tip of the circumference. So therefore, it's C, tangent. Today we learned how to identify different parts of a circle. Thanks for tuning in.